Hi guys, welcome back to Miss Donna Reads. Today's book is Walt Disney Production presents Donald Duck's Bad Day. Now real quick, I'm going to tell you that Miss Donna cannot do Donald Duck's voice, his quacky voice. I'm not even going to try because I can't. So, um, just so you know, Donald will have a normal voice in this book. Okay? All right, let's begin. Donald Duck's Bad Day. One morning, Donald got up early. It was going to be a busy day. He was taking Daisy for a drive in the country, and Donald's nephews were going on a hike for the whole day. So Donald made some sandwiches for their lunch. The clock chimed 8. Time for the boys to get up, said Donald. Rise and shine, boys, said Donald. Huey, Dewey, and Louie groaned. Then they remembered their hike. They jumped out of bed. Donald began to cook breakfast. Then he looked out the window. What he saw made him mad. A rabbit was eating his carrots. Donald rushed out of the house. Get out of here, rabbit, he yelled. The rabbit dived through the hole in the fence and ran away. Donald looked sadly at his garden. That rabbit ate a lot, he said. I'd better fix the fence before he comes back. So Donald got his tools. Donald began to fix the fence. Huey, Dewey, and Louie came outside. They were wearing their knapsacks. We're off on our hike, said Huey. Wait, boys, said Donald. You haven't had your breakfast. Yes, we have, said Dewey. So long, said Louie, and off they went. Donald went back to fixing the fence. He tried to hit a nail with his hammer, but he hit his finger instead. Yow! He yelled. He dashed indoors to run cool water on his finger. Oh no, said Donald when he got inside. The breakfast was burning on the stove. The boys had eaten only cereal, and they had left their lunch bags behind. They had not noticed that their knapsacks were empty. Donald looked at the clock. Wow, he said. I'd better hurry up or I'll be late for my date with Daisy. On the way out, Donald picked up the boys' lunches. I might as well take these, he said. Maybe I'll see the boys along the way. Donald put the sandwiches in his car. Then he looked up at the sun. He only saw a few clouds. I don't think it will rain, he said. I won't take the top to my car. Daisy was waiting for Donald. Yoo-hoo, Donald, she called. Look, I've packed lunch for us. Great, said Donald. Daisy's lunches were the best. Don't you think you should have the top on your car? Asked Daisy. The weather is so hot, we might get a sudden storm. No, it won't rain, said Donald. I can always tell. Trust me. And off they drove. The day grew hotter and hotter. So did the water in Donald's car. Suddenly, the radiator cap flew off. Bam! Hiss! The water steamed out. Oh, dear, said Daisy. Oh, rats, said Donald. Donald set off to find some water. He hoped he did not have to go far. Donald walked and walked. Clouds began to pile up in the sky. Donald kept walking. He felt very hot. Suddenly, it began to rain. "Oh, no!" said Daisy. "Now what am I supposed to do?" Along came a friend, Gladstone Gander. "What are you doing here?" he asked. "Getting wet," said Daisy, "and it's all Donald's fault." "Want a lift?" asked Gladstone. "You bet," said Daisy. "Want to share a picnic lunch when we get home?" So Daisy drove off with Gladstone. "Donald will get soaked," she said. "Serves him right." And Donald did get soaked. He was very unhappy. At last, he got back to his car with the water. "Oh, no," he said. "Where's Daisy?" "I bet she went into the woods," said Donald. "It's drier under the trees." So Donald went into the woods to look for Daisy. Not far away, Huey, Dewey, and Louie were also caught in the rain. They decided to wait under the trees until the rain stopped. As the boys walked into the woods, they saw Daisy and Gladstone passing by. The boys found a dry spot. "Let's sit here and have lunch," said Huey. "Good idea," said Louie. "I'm starved." The boys opened their knapsacks. "Hey, there's no lunch," said Dewey. "Uncle Donald forgot to pack lunch for us," said Huey. "Why didn't you check the knapsacks before we left?" said Dewey. "Why didn't you?" said Louie. "It's not my fault," said Huey. Donald heard the boys quarreling. He followed the sound of their voices. "Hello, boys," said Donald. "Have you seen Daisy?" "She's with Gladstone Gander," said Huey. "I think he's taking her home." "Humph," said Donald. "She could have left me a note." "Uncle Donald, we're hungry," said the boys. "We don't have any lunch." "I know. Your sandwiches are in the car," said Donald. "Let's go and get them." He led the boys back to his car. But Donald's troubles were not over. The car was full of rainwater. "Oh, no," said Donald. "The lunch bags are soaking wet." Donald held up a soggy bag. "You can't eat these sandwiches," he said. Huey let the water out of the car. "Come on, boys," said Donald. "There's nothing to do but go home." But Donald's troubles were still not over. Now his car was stuck in the mud. Huey, Dewey, and Louie got out of the car. They tried to push it forward. Donald pressed hard on the gas pedal. The wheels spun around and around. Mud splattered all over. At last the car moved forward. Donald stopped to let the boys in. "Oh, no," said Donald when he saw them. The boys were covered in mud. Donald and the boys drove home in the rain. They were cold, wet, and hungry. "This has been a bad day," said Donald. At last, Donald and the boys got home. They all felt miserable. Suddenly, the sun broke through the clouds. "Look," said Huey, "the storm is over." Donald and the boys felt the warm sun. "Hey," said Donald, "the day is not over yet. We can still have a picnic." The boys changed out of their wet things and gave them to Donald to hang on the line. "Now, boys," said Donald, "let's see about that picnic." Donald made a fire in the backyard, and they all roasted hot dogs over it. "This is great," said Huey. "It's the best," said Dewey. "Pass the ketchup," said Louie. "You see," said Donald, "nothing bad lasts forever. Our bad day has turned out just fine." The end. And guys, it will turn out just fine. When this big cloud moves away, the sun will shine brightly. Have a great day, guys. Stay tuned for the next Miss Donna Reads.